Welcome in, everybody. This is Doc's Daily. I have something on my shirt, probably coffee. This is Tuesday, September 9th. We are live and in full effect. 1 o'clock Eastern. I'm joined with Tony George and Griffin Murphy. As always on Tuesdays, Doc's Daily. So shout out to these two knuckleheads for joining me every Tuesday, taking some time out during this busy football season. I know I'm telling you, there's content over at the page. If you're not looking over there at the YouTube page, you're missing out. Ring the bell for notifications so you never miss any of that content over there, because there is a lot going on right now. A lot of good information, and information is key. Tony George just dropped the NFL opening line report. I've been watching for 5 years, so I'm just saying. And now, like, I'm sitting next to him, and he's like, I just look. You see his head getting bigger, Griffin? See it? I would say he does a good job. I told him when I first met him I was a fan. I said I think you're a jackass, but I am a fan. And he said, well, you're absolutely right.
Absolutely right.
Yeah.
Absolutely right.
So check out that NFL opening line report. That just dropped out on the YouTube page like probably 15 minutes ago. Not very long ago. This morning. So a lot of good content. Tomorrow we have the Gridiron 6-pack, right?
Yes, 4-2 last week.
Nice.
4-2 last week. Again, 200 game sample size over the last 2 years, about 220 games actually. Throw in those 62% against the spread. And I'm telling you, if you legitimately go out there in the podcast world, find me any show over the last 2 years that put up over 200 games for free.
I love it.
And won you 62%. I'll kiss your ass and call you Charlie. You can't find one. And Griff and I have pulled that off, and we kicked it off with a 4-2 week last week. And matter of fact, one of those Gridiron shows, I had somebody comment. I kind of wanted to clear this up.
Yes.
I had somebody comment to me on my Facebook group page, Tony George Sports on Facebook. He said, I paid for your NFL package. By the way, went 3-1, and the top play on the Colts hit.
Smack.
Well, I had put out the Colts on the Gridiron 6-pack show. He wanted his money back. Now, here's the deal. We're doing that show on Wednesday. We don't even put out our plays till Thursday. Sometimes we'll put out a play on there, and it may cross over to a premium play.
We'll overlap every now and then.
And I took a second look at that game, and I said, this is going to be, as advertised on the website, rocking chair winner. I have a rocking chair winner on Sunday in the NFL, a total mismatch. And when I got taken a second look, that moved from a free lean to a full-blown 5-unit position, and my biggest bet of the entire weekend, college and pro. Now, folks, that falls under the category of shit happens. I got to take a second look, and I go, that's not only a really good free play, that's the full-blown best bet on the board because of the mismatch in the trenches, and you saw it. And I had mentioned it on the show, but I got to dig in a little deeper. So sometimes some of those games, they don't lap over very often, but occasionally they will.
Right.
And by the way, you're a $100 player. You won $770 on the card. Quit bitching wanting your money back.
Right.
Keep betting, baby. Keep
Let's
firing.
I want
Come
more
on.
of it. I want more of it. Yeah. And I think that's kind of how it goes, though, sometimes, is you look at something initially, and then you look at it even more, and you're like, oh, now I really, you know what? I do like that. And then you found something else that goes from liking it to some, and then you find something else, and you're like, okay, hold on.
Yeah, I text
we got to play.
You know what I mean? On Thursday, and I said, buddy, I'm thinking about yanking the trigger on these guys. They're going to blow them up on the line.
They were almost a Circus Survivor play for me.
I sent you a text Sunday morning, Tony. I said, what a freaking call. What was that, 33-something? Nothing at one point, absolute blowout. But that does bring me. I'm glad that you brought that point up, Tony, because that was a very similar situation. I almost pulled the trigger with Iowa State first half. It didn't necessarily cork every single one of my boxes, and that's the reason it wasn't a premium. But going down the line, that type of stuff does tend to happen. And it has happened to me over the course of the last 2 years. So that is just an FYI for everybody.
Right.
And notice how subdued Griffin is on the show to open up the show today after the showing last night from his Chicago Bears. Just took a giant
baseball. I was just going to talk baseball, Griffin. I was going to do it.
No, we can talk about this one. We can talk about this one.
What do you want to talk about?
I do. You know what?
Just took a giant crap at halftime in the middle of the field.
That's
all it was.
It's all it was. But all BS aside, I don't care that we lost that game. I saw everything that I needed to see out of the play calling, the offensive line, the defensive line. Caleb Williams, I don't care what anybody says. He looked very sharp. All he has to do is get that one more limp to get over the hump, and that is closing. When he is in the red zone, this guy needs to find a way to capitalize points in the red zone, not just the 3. We need the 7. And that was the biggest thing I took out of the Chicago Bears. Was I blown away by their performance? Absolutely. Do I think they're going to be a very good team in the NFC North? I do, actually, after watching them showcase week 1 yesterday. Do I think J.J. McCarthy is going to pan out for Minnesota? Absolutely not. I do not think so by any means. I do not think McCarthy's established in the NFL yet, and I think he's still got a whole season ahead of him before he climbs over that lamp.
Yeah, he one thing, quit running DJ Moore at running back. You're going to get him killed.
Right.
Okay, so we're done. He's not a running back. That he's not a Debo. They want to do the Debo Samuel thing with him, and it's not going to work. He's too little. You're going to get him killed. You establish more of a running game. I thought Williams, you could tell that he had flashes of what he did in college. And they gave him more of a rein to express himself.
Sure.
Take off and run it. He pulled it down. He didn't take a lot of chances downfield. He did a lot of check-off receivers, which you should. Even though, and I think Troy Aikman kept commenting, and he's got a better booth view of the game up high, saying he's passing up open receivers downfield right now. Mm-hmm. I mean, so he didn't want to pull the trigger, but that's coaching. Hey, if you're not for sure, give it to the checkoff guy. Let's take 7 yards instead of going for the juggler and taking a big chance. So you saw some growth from him, but you two boys are going to be knocking heads this week. Lions and Bears. I'll let you fight that out. I got my own battle as we're going to go 0-2 once we play Philadelphia.
I have to tell you right now, none of us know what winning football is right now. I would tell you, and I'll say this. I could take away things from both quarterbacks. I thought Caleb Williams looked a little conservative in the first half, which was okay. Checking it down. I mean, he still was making completions. I like that he took off a little bit. He looked like a really poor man's Jalen Hurts. That's what he looked like, a real poor man's Jalen Hurts. J.J. McCarthy, on the other hand, he looked in his head all day long. Sure. I think he got lucky at the end of that game a little bit and took off with his feet out of pure, there's fight or flight, and that was flight at that point for him. And I don't think he has the arm talent. I know I sound like a bitter Spartan fan for years now saying this, but I don't think that guy is an NFL quarterback. I don't think he has the arm talent. I don't know yet. Maturity will help with that, I think. For both quarterbacks, like next year, they will be better, I think. Or as the season goes, I could see it maybe more with Caleb. But I saw glimpses of Ben Johnson wanting to do things and not having the talent that he had last year with that Bears organization.
Right. I think that.
And he's got to recognize that. And he's got to coach to his strength.
I think Williams has got a hell of a lot more upside than McCarthy does. I mean, and he's got a better arm. Bear in mind, McCarthy is a sophomore rookie, and he started on the road in a divisional game. That's a very difficult thing to do for anybody. And you saw that with Cam Ward. A rookie starting on the road against the top 3 or 4 defense in the NFL at Mile High, which is one of the biggest snake pits to play in the league. So you really, even though week one's under our belt, I know we got to get to baseball, but even though week one's under our belt, you still don't have a lot to work with yet. You still don't know what you're going to get. Yeah. You'll see these guys play at home the next time around, this, that, and the other. I talked a little bit about this on the opening line report, but, we still don't know what you're going to get. So there's still a lot of question marks.
A lot of football.
So that's why you zero in on just a couple of games this weekend and not start spreading it around yet, because you got a little bit of a barometer, but you didn't get the proper read yet on most teams.
Yeah.
And then again, some teams remain the same. Baltimore can't win a big game. I mean, they can't win a big game. I mean, everybody gives me shit about being a Chiefs fan. Well, you know why Mahomes has been in 6 straight AFC championship games, and everybody was harping on Kansas City. Well, look how many they were in 7 one-score games last year, or this, going into the playoff. They won them. Baltimore can't win them.
Yep.
Is Jack Scott and I talked about this on the Vegas Beat post-mortem show today. Lenny, you were listening. You were producing the show. Who's better, Mahomes or Jackson, skill set wise? Probably Jackson. But when your balls are on the chopping block, who do you want quarterback in your game in the fourth quarter? I want the guy that wins them. That's the difference.
2-minute
right
drill,
now.
who you want? Yeah.
And what's that? 17 games now that Harbaugh's coached in, one-score games. They've lost them all. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
You got to be able to, especially with the talent they have.
Hold on. This is a great question here. Let's get to some questions here. Did any team change your thoughts on who they are going to be throughout the season, this NFL season?
For me, it was a wonder, and that would be with the Indianapolis Colts, obviously with Daniel Jones at the helm. But after seeing week one, I think they're going to be a very offensive threat, very good, strong offensive line, very good run game. And if Daniel Jones could sustain in the pocket the way he did in week one, they could be a very tough team in this season. I like the Colts. They were definitely a standout team for me.
I'm with you. I think they're a team that can win that division. I think the Colts are that strong. When you can run the ball for 168 yards against any NFL team, and your star running back only has 71 of them, and you're spreading it around, that opens up play action pass, and Daniel Jones is going to look like a Peyton Manning. Mm-hmm. And they got a soft schedule too, just FYI. And I also thought the New York Jets offensively, Justin Fields, I thought he played the best game of his career.
Yeah. I
think the Jets are better than advertised. Believe it or not, I really do. I think they're better than advertised. They're going to give people a ball game this year. I never thought, and Griffin, I think you would agree with me, I never thought Chicago should have got rid of him. It was coaching. It wasn't him.
Yeah.
I've been saying that since they've gotten rid of him. I said, draft Caleb Williams, let him establish himself under Fields. And if Fields can't go 8 games or goes 8 games and can't find himself a win, then dump him off. I did not like the immediate move getting rid of Justin Fields.
I was surprised in that Colts game. I was surprised by the Colts a little bit, but I was more surprised by how bad Miami looked.
Yeah.
I mean, they just look bad. I still think that coach there,
I
think he's on the hot seat.
He's a bonehead. He's not a good coach. He's not a good. I don't think he's
a great coordinator.
Yep.
But I don't know about head coach. I think I was very surprised Miami just looked horrible. So I worry that some of the Colts looking that good was because Miami looked that bad. But that's why it's week 1. And we're going into week 2.
Staying in New York, I changed my mind about I thought the Giants might be able to be competitive with Wilson. They're not going to be.
No.
You're going to see Dart in there sooner than later. They're even talking about this week if he struggles again against Dallas, which they will.
Which he will, yeah.
Because Dallas, Griffin and I talked about this on the Vegas Beat. They were my dark horse to finish a strong second in that division. Mm-hmm. And they're going to be good. They had every chance to beat Philadelphia in that game. Wow. And but Dallas is going to put a can of whoop ass on them on Sunday, I think. But they're in trouble. Wilson He didn't look good last year at Pittsburgh.
No.
And he doesn't look good now. I mean, why, if I'm that head coach, why would I try to destroy my coaching career by going down the shitter with Russell Wilson, a quarterback? I'd rather go down the crapper with a kid that looked really good in preseason and can make all the throws, So, when Lane Kiffin says he's one of the better quarterbacks I've had at the college level, that's saying something because he's had a bunch.
And there you go.
Yeah, Russell Wilson's breeding days are over. I think he's done. He's expired.
That's fair. What do we got baseball wise? Let's talk some baseball. I'm telling you, right? I know it's because football started, but baseball is just not. I don't like it a lot right now.
I found three games worth of shit. I bet them all.
I have two Nerfy plays. I have two Nerfy plays. End.
Oh, I have a Nerfy and a pitcher prop on a prop 2-pack, and then I have a 3-play card now with a 3-unit play and 2 2-unit plays. So I'm spreading it around, but I lower my units. We reduce any risk of losing. The downside is severely limited with those type of unit plays. It doesn't mean they're not any good, by the way, folks. They're the 3 best bets on the board. I did pass on Cleveland, which I think they get to Kansas City. Cantillo has been pitching well. Last 3 starts, he's given up a total of 3 runs in Kansas City. You saw it yesterday. Still can't frickin' hit. 10-2 loss. And then, I took him minus the 105 yesterday. I thought with Bergert on the hill, they might be able to get something done. He's looked real good. Mm-hmm. Now, Noah Cameron is going to be a good pitcher for Kansas City, but he's regressed dramatically. And KC on the road, and this is right now they're tied for second with that loss yesterday. Mm-hmm. So now Cleveland at home can get a game up on them in division with a win today, and they got the better pitcher. Yeah. So I'm going to take Cleveland. That's a small number. And I also took a look at the Cubbies.
Man, they kill me. Those Cubbies have killed me in the last month. I couldn't
pull the trigger on them. If I go with them, they screw me. If I go against them, they screw me.
Either way. Yeah.
I don't like Cade Horton on the road. That's the biggest thing for me. And they're also baiting it. Atlanta's been a struggle all season long.
I know.
Less value with the Cubs on the road. Spencer Strider on the bump. There's too many variables that lead me the other way. But another game I did want to talk about, I do have one premium selection today over at the website. It's a 3-unit best bet that goes off at 6:45 p.m. But I've got a free play here that's got a really soft total. It's the Nationals rolling into Miami to play the Marlins, and Mitchell Parker gets to start for the Nats. This guy's been an absolute abomination on the road this season. He's got over a 7.0 ERA on the road. I think he's got 2 wins this season on the road all season with a 7-15 record. And then for the Marlins, Mazar gets to start. Adam Mazar, he's got an 0-2 record with a 5.75 ERA. Mazar's been getting banged up. He only has 15 innings of work, but he's got a 6.35 ERA. And then to back this all up, Miami is playing cold right now. They are 3-7 in their last 10 games, but at the same time, they have home field advantage in this one. The Nationals, they're on a nice 3-game winning streak, 6-4 in their last 10 games. I like the over 8.5 runs in this matchup. I believe that both of these offenses come out slugging. Obviously, Miami at home, so that gives them a little bit of a boost. Then the Nationals, 3-game winning streak. So they're bringing in momentum, backed up by 2 bad pitchers in this one. Give me the over 8.5 total runs in this one. I think this thing flies over the total.
I don't hate that total either. To your point in your Kansas City Cleveland, that's one of my Nerfies that I liked today was that game because I'm hoping not a lot goes on. I'm hoping my Tigers don't get destroyed by the Yankees. But whatever. I mean, it is what it is. I'm going to, after football, I need a day to just sit on the couch and watch baseball tonight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I need to take a breath. I feel like, man, we got bum rushed by Hacksaw Jim Duggan with a 2x4, Tony George. Remember that guy with the 2x4?
Yep.
Come up and wrestling, just back right over the side of your head. I feel like I got smacked upside the head NFL week 1, but it wasn't a bad week. It was great. It was just a lot.
A lot of stress,
it's an ass kicking, dude. It was I did great, and I got my ass kicked, man.
I won money this week. I was a profitable human being, but I got my ass kicked.
I'm I'm happy with my clients.
Right.
I'm always anxious the first couple of weeks because got a lot of people putting a lot of faith in you. We take that response. I take that. I know I do, and I know Griff does. And Scott. I speak to Scott a lot.
Mhm.
Don't speak to the other guys, but I know that I take the responsibility of people banking on your knowledge very seriously.
Yeah.
I'm more upset about clients losing money than me losing money. When I get a big win, I'm not even really happy. I'm relieved, and so
It's not like you're running around high-fiving everybody. You're more like
Tony hates to lose more than he likes to win. Go check the file.
I can't remember all the big wins, but I can remember the big losses. And we had the 2-2 day in college football. I think we lost a unit, but and it had a bad beat in that Tulane game. They gave it up late. They had a big lead, 31-17 or 33-17 in the fourth quarter. End up winning 33-31. Again, shit happens.
Yeah.
But they let it get away from them there. There's some opportunity this week. And, getting into the third week of the college football season, you're getting a little bit more of a read.
Yeah.
I still don't. We got some questions answered in the NFL, but not all of them. And I won every halftime bet that I made in the NFL on Sunday. I put 2 of them out on Twitter. I always if I bet them, I put them out on Twitter for the most part. So follow me at T George Sports. We'll put them out. We can't put them out here.
You're gonna put that comment up.
Comment here says Tony looks like Kevin Costner, rugged and handsome.
There you go.
From the cowboy himself, he wants to let you know that. And Ryan and Griffin looks like young Ryan Gosling. Okay, now you've sipping on too much.
Far being me to doubt Arun Shiva's integrity. I can tell you that right now. Just because we're not wearing a tie. I don't look like I'm going to court every time I do a video.
To go in the court. Yeah, right. I'm not looking like I'm sitting through my probation hearing. Okay, I got a nice hoodie on. I'm just saying, Lenny is a yummy muffin. Oh, yummy muffin! I've been called a lot of things.
The hell is going on here?
Get the hell out of here!
God.
I'm more of an elder Kevin James. What's that? Where he was the whatever. Ice might come and get me, man. He said he wears the tie, so Ice doesn't try and come and get him.
The character assassinations are unwarranted. But
I'm just saying.
We'll go ahead and let Arun have his fun because next time he's live, I'm going to kick him right in the nuts.
Ball cop guy. Yeah. Action Jackson. Great name, by the way. Great movie.
What the hell happened?
Hey, we went off the rails a long time ago. You know what game I'm looking forward to? And I'm telling you right now, it's gonna sound like I'm making a joke for college football on Friday. But I'm gonna play this Colgate Syracuse game. Because I'm a degenerate, and I'm telling you, you'll be able to. I'm gonna be on Colgate. I'm just giving you a little. Syracuse is bad.
They don't even have a line out, Lenny. What the hell are you talking about?
When it goes live, that's when you'll be able to live bet it. I'm telling you, it'll be an interest. Colgate, folks, look for him.
That's my basketball sleeper.
Did Wade vet you or look at a resume before he hired you?
No, we had to.
You can't have degenerate gamblers on the behind the scenes. Even what's going on?
Some whiskey, some pizza. Anybody can get hired in. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Happy hour does a few wonders for my resume.
Yes.
So, what else do you guys have going on this tonight at the website here? Tony George, so much got going on coming up this week. Or I know I told them about the Gridiron
feed
already.
I lost the feed. Oh, there we go. We back? Okay, we're back. I have a 3-pack in Major League Baseball tonight. 3 and 2 2-unit plays. I know Griffin's got a 3-unit best bet. Now, I wanted just to bring this up again. Those of you folks that go to DocSports.com, yes, you want to go in and get the top picks every day. I build my resume. I know Griffin does too. And Griffin's on a big top play, hot run, all this and that. You cannot discount when two handicappers sitting on this show are saying we got nothing more than 3-unit picks today. We're managing bankrolls as much as we're managing wins and losses. So we find the best bet on the board. While it's a good position, there's things that make things a 5, 6, or 7-unit play that aren't there because there's nothing guaranteed. You get, and Griff, you can jump in here.
Yep.
You get strong edges in certain matchups, but not enough to open up your entire wallet and go take it all because this is a lock. There's no such thing.
Right.
But those are the best bets on the board after we spent just as much time handicapping those as we did a 6 and 7-unit play. So don't devalue those at all. 90% of my picks are 3 and 4-unit picks. And I've been doing this 34 years. I know what I'm talking about. Griff?
So for me, it definitely coincides. So I'm on a 33 and 18 run in my last 51 selections. I've only had 3 plays in MLB when it comes to MLB, graded 5 units and higher. And going with what Tony's saying, I'm currently on a 25 and 8 top play run for $11,350 in profit. And I will tell you guys, during my last 51 selections during this run in MLB, there have been numerous plays that could have been rated 5 units, 6 units, and 7 units. But at the same time, I have a huge customer base that have my season pass. And these customers have been riding my top plays that are currently on $11,350 profit run. So I can't bury these customers either. This 3-unit play that I have tonight, it has a lot of value to it. Is it still a 3-unit position? Absolutely. But there's still a tremendous amount of value that could cork this thing up to a 5-unit play, 6-unit play. But I'm not willing to risk my bankroll as well as my client's bankroll on a position like this. I need to protect them as well as myself. And that's the biggest thing that everybody gets caught up on. Where's the BPA board? Where's that big 7-unit? This could have this play, not in particular, doesn't have a 7-unit variant to it, but it very well could, and it could still be established as a 4-unit play. But I'm protecting bankroll, as Tony just mentioned. Our biggest thing as handicappers is to make sure that you guys don't get blown out. And that is why we have to be critical on how we position all of our plays. And when it's there, absolutely, we're going to court the shit out of it and let it rip. I've got one in the WNBA. But if it's kind of leaning on that corner and we've already smacked up $11,350 in profit, there's no reason for me to cork another 7-unit play. Does it mean the value's not there? Absolutely not. And does it mean that I'm going to win this play tonight? Probably. I absolutely love it. And it could have been a top play, but it's not. It's a 3-unit because I'm protecting my customers. Just wanted to throw that out there, FYI.
Very well said by both of you. We talk about this as much as not enough, to be honest with you, about risk management and bankroll management. It is a marathon, not a sprint. It should be tattooed on everyone that wants to do this for anything more than fun. When you want, if you're just having fun, then bet your sports team, bet your home team, throw a $20 bill on there and root for them when you're at the game. That's one thing. But if you want to do this for income or a second income, first income, whatever income, it is a marathon, not a sprint. So, and when there's shots, we'll take those shots. These guys are shooters. Shooters take their shots. Shooters shoot, right? But, they'll also drive to the rim, make you look like a dumbass with a solid layup. I'd like to see both of you do.
There is a big WNBA card tonight, believe it or not. I think there's a lot of sharp lines. There's a couple of games in there that got some value. I got a 3-unit play there. I know Griff's yanking the trigger on one tonight in the WNBA. I saw that up on the I think you texted me this morning and told me you were going to pull the trigger on one.
Yep.
And I'm on a different game than that one, but nonetheless, I think there's a little bit of value tonight in the WNBA.
For sure.
Okay.
There
you go. There you have it.
7-unit.
Griffin Murphy, Tony George. Check them out, DocSports.com. If you're new to Docs, head over there, get a free $60 account. You can also check them out. Use that $60 account on either one of them or both at the same time. $30 for the day pass. So you can split that $60 on either one of them. Try them out. Free $60. Link in the description of the video. Tony, George, Griffin, Murphy, Gridiron Six-Pack. Look for it tomorrow, early afternoon, Wednesday. Other than that, good luck unless you're against us. See you on the next one.